Hello everybody, welcome to episode 13. It's getting ridiculous. Of Heart to Heart. My name is Ben Hartley, and on today's episode, I'm going to offer you my perspective on how to attract ideal clients. How do you get ideal clients in your business? Let's break this down. I'm a wedding photographer. You may or may not be. This applies to any industry that you are in. I was having a coaching call. Actually, it was an impromptu coaching call with another photographer. And she expressed to me the frustration that the clients who are contacting her, she said this, she said, Ben, the clients that are contacting me, they're not ideal clients. They're not scheduling, consultations. They're not picking up the phone. I actually don't even really care that much. That I can just tell they're price shoppers. Do you guys have price shoppers who are contacting you, who are filling out your form? Maybe they're Facebook messaging you, and you just feel like, Michael, I just can't get that ideal dream client that I see everyone else getting. Do you see everyone else around you photographing these amazing events, families, portrait sessions? Maybe they've attracted all these amazing clients. And I leaned in on this conversation because I want you to understand something very, very clearly. And I'm going to unpack this, but we're going to start with this. Ideal clients do not appear in your inbox out of thin air. Ideal clients are not found. Ideal clients are made. They're crafted, they're formed, they're fostered, they're trained, they're developed. When that lead hits your inbox, it is a blank canvas, and you have no idea who that person is, what they've been through, what their perspective is. So do not assume anything about them. Okay? Do not assume anything about them, because let's start with this. The big assumption that we make as creatives is this: when somebody starts with price, that they are price shoppers and do not value artwork. You feel this, right? When someone's like, hey, I'm getting married this day, I just would like pricing and packaging, please. You feel like they don't acknowledge you as the creator and they don't value your art. Can I let you know something? If I were to go and hire someone to, for example, build a custom home, do you know what I'm going to start with? Hey, what's like the pricing that we're looking at for this? That does not mean I do not value their custom craftsmanship. By the way, that's what I did. Like, we built a home and I started with, what's this cost? It doesn't mean that I don't value that. It just means this: they are an uneducated buyer. They're a first-time buyer in this niche. Let's focus on wedding photography because that is what I have the most perspective to give you on. This is a bride who's coming in. She's got a billion things to plan, a number of directions to go, and she doesn't know what questions to ask. She doesn't know what questions to ask a wedding photographer about wedding photography. She's just like, I need a wedding photographer, so I'll contact this guy, and I guess a thing that I should probably know is like how much they cost, so I'll ask that. Don't assume that she's diminishing your art. Don't assume that she's price shopping. Assume that she is your ideal client waiting to be shaped, molded, and discovered, and treat her as such. The only way that you get $10,000 clients is you start treating your $100 clients, your $500 clients, your $1,000 clients like $10,000 clients today, day one. Stop complaining about the people that are hitting your inbox because of an assumption that you've made about them, okay? And start treating them like they are your ideal client. It's in a lot of ways like a kid. They respond to the energy that you give them, and they do what you do. Like, they follow suit. And so you need to step up to the plate and step up with this mentality that they are, and they'll rise to the occasion. Like, human behavior is a weird thing. Like, we could start talking about psychology, but let's kind of paint this picture for a second. Have you ever and maybe this just hits home for me because I drive a shitty car, and it is always a mess because I got 3 kids, and they're always messing it up. But every now and then, I get that baby detailed, right? Every now and then I get that car detailed. Every now and then, you fancy yourself up, you get your nails did, and you head out for the night. And when you do, don't you sit yourself up a little bit higher? Don't you walk with a little bit more strut? Don't you even feel differently when you're sitting in that car? You even drive differently. You maybe turn to a different radio station and you rise to the occasion, right? What I'm encouraging you to do is to do the same. Like when you present your brand in such a way that invites the client and calls them in to something that is, well, then it's more than just the price shopping. It's more than just the basic. It's more than just the commodity, but you actually provide like a full service experience. They start to kind of come alongside that. When you give them a brand, this is the power of brand. When you give them a brand that they want to be a part of and can be proud of, and they recognize that, they rise. They rise, you guys. And so there's a lot of ways to do this. And this goes back to the conversation of how do you provide value to your clients? How do you get your clients, how do you get your leads to see the value? Go check out that video. This has a lot to do with that. But I mean, step one is this, to actually genuinely be curious and interested about who they are, what makes them tick, what they want, what they need, and what they value. What's the problem that they have, and how are you uniquely qualified to solve that problem? And that's not gonna happen over email. It might happen over a dozen emails, but it's not gonna happen over email. It happens through empathy, happens through listening, and it happens through really intentional questions, which means this: you gotta pick up the phone. You've gotta pick up the phone and start calling your leads. So when someone inquires, you need to ask them for their phone number. You need to ask them for the best time to call, right? And even as I say, pick up the phone, start with a text, right? They're at work, they may not be able to answer the phone, but they will get that text. And so start with a text and put yourself first. People do not hire businesses, they hire people. Put yourself first. Put yourself in front of your camera. Throw that baby on video and be like, hey, my name's Ben. I'm hanging out at Starbucks today. I just got your inquiry for your wedding, and I'm available, and I'm super jazzed. And I figured, look, it's 2018. Why not just make you a fun little video? So I wanted to make you this video, say I'm available. I'm really interested in you and your fiance. Can I give you a call later today? Let me know. Send that. That changes the relationship. That changes the perspective. Now you are not a price tag. You now are a person. You've got personality. You've got passion. You've got value to offer them. It's just a touch. It's just a touch, and this is just the beginning of that process of training your ideal clients, of creating your ideal clients. Don't wait, and you'll discover something, right? You'll discover something. The more that you do this, Michael, the more that you think about it this way, the more that you put people as the priority, people in front of your business, it turns out it's how, over time, you will begin to actually attract your ideal client. And you'll have to do less and less training. You'll still be training your ass off, but it'll be a little bit less, and a little bit less the next year, and a little bit less the next year, because you're treating every single person with the respect and the value that they have and they deserve. You guys, thank you so much for joining me on episode 13 of Heart to Heart. Do me a favor. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would mean the world to me. I got a number of playlists. Go check them out. Ring the little bell. There's a little bell, I think maybe over here somewhere. And that bell, what that does is, my wife always asks me, Ben, what's the bell mean? Why do you keep telling people to ring the bell? When you ring the bell, when you click the bell, it lets you know when a new video of mine goes up. And I promise you, every video of mine is gonna help you in some way. It's gonna help you grow your business, help you elevate your self-worth. And so please do that. And then comment down below, what question would you like me to share my perspective on episode 14 of Heart to Heart? Drop your question below. We'll see you guys there. Appreciate you.
I keep on falling astray from my intuition.